Do you spend too much of your time inside of Microsoft Excel running routine tasks? Well, in this video, I'm going to show you 5 Excel VBA functions that are going to save you loads of time. Let's take a look. So as I mentioned, we're going to take a look at 5 Excel VBA procedures that are going to save you time and ultimately save your sanity as you work inside of Microsoft Excel. The first procedure that we're going to take a look at here deals with creating and automating a progress bar within an Excel worksheet. We've seen progress bars before. Our progress bar. We're going to see how to create that inside of Microsoft Excel. The second one we're going to take a look at deals with extracting numeric data from a string of values. So you've got some text string, it contains alpha and numeric values, and I want to extract just the numeric data from that string. We're going to create an Excel VBA function to do this for us. The third one deals with automating highlighting duplicates within a specified range of cells. You highlight the range, you hit a single button, it highlights the duplicates found within that range. The fourth procedure deals with tracking changes within Microsoft Excel. Changes that we make or changes that others make inside of our Excel documents. I want to capture the username and the changes that were made at the cell level. So we'll specify the cells where we want to track it, and it does the rest for us, all through little comments. The fifth one that we're going to look at deals with automating an email sent directly from within Microsoft Excel. So 5 Excel VBA functions, procedures that are going to ultimately save you time. Now, not to worry if you're not an Excel VBA pro. That's okay. I've already written all of the VBA code for us. All you need to do is copy, paste, maybe make a little bit of edits into your own Excel documents, and off you go. So let's jump in and take a look at each of these 5 time-saving procedures right now. Let's take a look at how the VBA progress bar works. So open in front of you, I've got an example file that I'm going to make available as a download down in the description of this video. Just look for the OfficeNewb blog post and you can download the file from there. This file is called Excel VBA Must-Have Procedures -01. It is a macro-enabled Excel workbook. That's why it's got the .xlsm extension. So when you first open it up, it's going to prompt you to enable the content, which is the VBA code in the background. And we'll talk some more about that code here in a little bit and how you can gain access to it. Now, I'm currently looking at the progress bar worksheet. And on here, I've got a simple little table, got some classes, got some amounts, and a goal. And then this guy right here is the actual progress bar. Doesn't look like much just yet, but as we start filling in the amounts for each of the classes, it'll then track the progress based on the total and the goal that we're looking to reach. So let's try it out. I'll jump into cell B3. This is the amount for class A. They made 250. I'll hit my enter key. And as soon as I do this, there's a VBA event that triggers that then runs some code to run the calculation and increase the progress bar. So I'll hit enter, and there it is. 250, the calculation ran, got a total 250. We'll divide that with the goal, and we get a little bit, in this case, quarter way there, progress. So I'm going to jump down into class B, 250 again. I'll hit my enter key. Now we should be reaching halfway, and our progress bar increases. Let's see, class C, I'll put 100 in there, and we got 400 more to hit our goal. Let's say class D reaches 400, and we've reached that goal. So it's just a little bit of VBA code and a simple shape out here really drives our progress bar. Here's what the VBA code looks like. Again, you don't have to write this out yourself. I've written it for you. You can copy paste it. You can just take advantage of this workbook and you'll get a dynamic percentage bar, progress bar. This is happening on a very specific event called the worksheet_calculate event. And this is on the sheet 1 progress bar object inside the project within the VBA window. So you want to give that a double click. It'll open up the code for that progress bar. And I've left little comments in there to kind of get you familiar with it. And if you want to make any tweaks to that code. So this is our progress bar dynamically filling as we update the amounts. Let's drop this one to 200. Okay. Make sure you try it out. Open up the exercise file, drop in some numbers, and watch that progress bar go. The next one deals with extracting numeric data from a alpha numeric string. Take a look. So here I'm looking at the numeric data worksheet, same workbook, and I've got a single column here of some tracking numbers. But if you look closely, these tracking numbers not only contain the numeric values that make up the tracking code or the tracking number, but it also includes the carrier like UPS, FedEx, DHL, and so on. I want to extract just the numeric data. Well, again, through a little bit of VBA magic, I've created an Excel VBA function that we can use to extract that data out for us. Now, an Excel VBA function would be something like the sum function, or the VLOOKUP, or the if, or the min, or max, or count functions. But this is a custom function that'll do all the work for us. So all I need to do is jump into a cell. Here, I'll do it for B2. I'm going to say equals, just like a normal Excel function. And this one is called extract numbers. I'll select that one. It opens up a parentheses, takes one argument, one piece of information. It just wants to know where the value's at. So I'll grab A2, I'll close that parentheses, hit my enter key, and it'll extract those numeric values for me. And all I need to do now is copy that down, and it'll do it all for me. Again, just a little bit of VBA magic, saving us time. If you ever had to do that manually, ouch, or create your own calculation for it, that it can be done. You can use just built-in intrinsic functions inside of Excel, but it would take a little bit of work, a little bit of nesting, a little bit of knowledge of what's happening in there. Here, one function does it all for you. So the function itself, it's also in the VBA window. This is underneath the module that's in there. So if we open up the modules folder, find module 1, give it a double click. It's the first one in there. It's the function extract numbers all the way down to end function. You place that inside your workbook, and you can now use that function in that workbook. So make sure you try it out. Open up the example file, jump into B2, and use the equal extract numbers function. This next one is a quick one. We highlight a range of cells, hit a button, and Excel will highlight all the duplicates found within that range. Take a look. So here I'm on the highlight duplicates worksheet. I'm going to highlight the customer ID column. What is that? From A2 down to A17. With that highlighted, I can go into my VBA window. This is on the module 1, and it's all the way down at the bottom of module 1. I have some code in there called highlight duplicates. From sub, highlight duplicates, down to end sub. Everything in between is the code that identifies the duplicates and highlights them. Now, I said hit a single button. Well, let's do that. I'm going to move that off my screen here. Some of your procedures you'll add to buttons inside of your Excel interface. Here, I'm going to go to my quick access toolbar, top of my screen. I'll hit the down arrow. I'm going to go down to more commands. This will open up my Excel options window. And here, I'll choose commands from popular commands to macros. Here I get a list of all the macros that I have available to me. One of them is my highlight duplicates. There it is. And I'll add it. This then adds it to my quick access toolbar as a command. I'll hit OK. And there's my button. Boop, right there. I give it a click. Remember, I highlighted A1 to A17, my customer IDs. I'll hit that button. And it's now highlighting all the duplicates within that range. Quick and easy. One button press after you've highlighted the data, and Excel VBA does the rest of the magic for you. Highlight duplicates. Try this one out. The next Excel VBA function is actually two Excel VBA functions. We're going to take a look at how we can automate tracking changes within Excel through a little bit of Excel VBA. So here I'm on the timestamp worksheet, and I've created these two Excel VBA procedures that will create comments based on changes that myself or other users of this document, of this worksheet, make. Take a look. So here I've got a simple table, task name, a few tasks, status, various status, and who it's assigned to. So I come in here and I make a change, such as I'll change the status of a task. We'll say schedule team meetings in progress. I'm going to mark that one as completed. Now, as soon as I mark it as completed, I then get this little red flag in the corner. And if I hover over that cell, I get a comment. So I can see it was modified by myself. So it captures the username. It then captures the date time that this change was made. And it captures what it was and what it got completed or what it got changed to. Now, if I change it again, we'll say it's in progress again. I hover over once again. The task or the comment updates. I've got the previous one, but now I've got the newer update inside of there. So this is your Excel VBA doing a little bit of work for you. I've made a change. I'll hover over it. There's my date time change, my username, what it was, and what it got changed to. Oh, let's take a look at the VBA. This one's a little bit more involved, but remember, you don't have to write it. Copy, paste, make a little bit of tweaks. Let's see. I'll bring my VBA window back here. This one is found on the timesheet worksheet within the VBA project. So I'll give that a double click. There is a couple different procedures in here. First one is on the worksheet selection change area. This one is going to capture what the previous value was so that later on we can write it into the comment. The next one that does most of the work for us is a worksheet change event. And this is the one that captures all of the data, the previous value, its current value, and creates the comment to track those changes and appends new changes to the previous changes as well. So we can capture all of this. It needs to go on to the specific worksheet, and you can specify the range of cells that you want to track. In my case, I'm tracking cells or columns A through C, or the range A through C. That's the only place that I want to track changes in. D, E, F, and so on, I don't care, right? Do what you want there, but I want to track changes inside the task list itself. So again, a little bit of VBA code, capture that data, and add comments customized beyond the default built-in track changes of Excel, and get some VBA to do it for you. So the last one that we're going to look at here deals with sending an email directly from within Microsoft Excel. Now, you might be thinking, isn't that a feature already inside of Excel? Well, what do we need this VBA for? Well, let's take a look. It's sort of in there. If I go to File, Share, there's an option for email. I give that a click, and there's various operations here that I can use to send an email from within Excel. But take a look. I'll hit the first one, Send as Attachment. All right, this will take just a moment. It'll launch an email. I'm utilizing Outlook here. So it did attach the document, but the rest of it is blank. I don't have a to, I don't have a CC. My subject is a default. I don't have any body text. What I want to do is customize the experience to save us time. So we can pre-populate things like the to field, the CC, the BCC, the subject, the body text. We can customize it all through a little bit of VBA. Take a look. I'm going to close this guy. Boop. So back into my VBA window here. This is inside of the module 1, so I can give that a double click, and it's the middle procedure there. From send email to end sub, and everything in between is what happens when we send an email using this procedure. Here, you'll see we can customize who it goes to. Right now, I've just got a default inside there. We can customize any CC, BCC, we can customize the subject. The body text, you can bang out your life story in there. The attachment picks up on the active workbook. And right now I'm using .display just to show the email. But if you want to send it, automate that for you, you can use the .send operator. And that's really it. Just a handful of lines here to customize sending an email from within Excel. I'm going to go back into my Excel document. I need to add a button. So I'm going to go back to my quick access toolbar, little down arrow. I'll go down to more commands, change from popular to macros, find my send email, and I'll add it. And it shows up into the customize access toolbar area. Once it's there, I'll hit OK. And now all I need to do is hit the button. It'll take just a moment, launch an Outlook email. It's already populated with the 2. I didn't have a CC, but I could customize that. You can customize the subject. It's got the attachment, and there's some body text. Remember, you can customize each of those inside the VBA window, inside the code itself. That's it. One button press, and you've got your email. Right now, again, it's .display, but we could do .send, and that would be one button press, and it would literally be gone and sent. So try this out. Get into the project, get into the exercise file, and add that button and send off your email. So 5 Excel VBA procedures that are going to save you time and save your sanity as you work inside of Microsoft Excel. Make sure you download the exercise file right down below. Look for that OfficeNewb blog post. You can download it from there and copy paste the code wherever you need it, and make any tweaks to it that you need as well. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you give it a thumbs up. That lets me know that you learned something new and you're enjoying the videos. And if you haven't already, make sure you hit that subscribe button so you get updates about new videos that we add to this channel each week on Microsoft Excel and other Office applications. So hope you've enjoyed it. Speed up some time, save you some time inside of Microsoft Excel. 5 simple Excel VBA procedures. I'll see you in the next video.